Okay, so I just want to ask you like if it's like 100% commitment that we will do it and start working on this together.
100%.
You see, this is like minimum of 15K deal over the next 3 months. If you want to increase your sales, make more money, and become the best salesperson possible, then don't think about going anywhere, because in today's video I'm going to show you my top 5 tips to become the best salesperson in 2019. So make sure to keep full attention, because as you probably already know, sales are one of the most important skills that you can ever master. So let's jump into it. Now, most people believe that you need to be born with some talent to become great salesman, right? But here's the truth, like it's not true at all, because selling is 100% learnable skill, and anybody can learn how to sell. And if you are an entrepreneur, it should be your priority, because of course more sales equals more revenue for your business, equals more money, right? So actually I know how it feels like, because when I started I hated sales, right? I knew it's really important for my business, but I hated it because I always thought that I will never be good at selling, and it was this false belief that was holding me back for a long time. So if you have the same belief right now, if you have in your mind that you can't be good at selling, just get rid of it, because it's just assumption, right? You are just assuming that you are not good at selling. So get rid of it and fix your mindset about sales, because you can absolutely be or become the master in sales. So let's actually jump into these 5 tips that allowed me to close high-ticket deals through phone like a clockwork, right? And I'm talking about the prices up to $20,000 per deal. So here's the first tip. So tip number 1, be sold on your product or service. You need to be sold on whatever you are selling. So the first and the most important sell that you need to do is to sell yourself, right? If you don't believe in your product, if you don't believe in your service that you are trying to sell, how can you think that you will be able to convince someone else to believe in it, right? It just doesn't make any sense. So you need to be that person that believe the most in that product or service that you are selling, because if you do, then it should be your moral obligation to do whatever it takes to sell it to your prospects, to sell it to your potential clients, because you know they actually need it. Do you know that it can change their life, it can change their business, change their relationship, whatever you are selling. So be sold on your product or service first, otherwise you will not be able to convince someone else to buy your product. Now the second tip is really simple, just shut up. Okay, you need to shut up, you need to be quiet. Most people think that when you are on the sales call, you need to be this aggressive, high energy, pressuring salesman, right? Who's actually trying to convince someone with these like pushy tactics. And it couldn't be far from the truth. It's actually total opposite. Like your single goal and your single job on the sales call is to ask specific questions, to uncover certain things, and then just listen to what your prospects is saying, right? So you want to ask specific questions about their problem, and then just listen. Just ask simple question and listen. Don't talk, don't interrupt your prospect, just let them talk. Here's the like simple rule: you shouldn't be talking more than 15% on your sales call. 85% of the time on the sales call should your prospects talk, right? So just be quiet, ask questions about their problem, about their vision, and about like the situation, why they are not able to solve that problem on their own, and then just listen. And this will allow you to have a control on this phone call, because whoever is asking questions is in the control. So don't let your prospects to start asking a bunch of questions, right? You need to be in control. So ask question and shut up. Tip number 3, sell the destination, not transportation. See, so many people focus on what their product or service contains than on the actual benefits and the results, right? I don't want you to make the same mistake. Sure, you just need to talk about like what's included in your product or service, but don't fall in the trap where you spend like so much time describing every single detail, right? Because then it seems like a work, and nobody is interested in the work, right? Nobody is interested in the journey. They are interested in the final destination. They are interested if you or your product or service is able to get them from their current situation to that desired situation they are after. So figure out what your prospects want, and then just make them feel that your product and service can definitely take them to that situation. That's your goal. Of course, you need to talk about like some specifics about your product or service, but don't go into too much details. Step number 4, always agree. Always agree with your prospects, because disagreement actually solidifies their need and decisions, right? So you want to be agreeable. You want to always agree with your prospects, no matter what they say, even if it's total bullshit and you know it. You want to agree because you don't want to argue with them, right? If you argue with them, there's no chance that you will actually convince them about the opposite, right? So if they tell you some objection they have, maybe they tell you, I think your services are too expensive. Well, instead of arguing with your prospects, you just agree. You can say something like, yeah, I'm with you. I totally agree with you. It's expensive. It's very expensive because I actually care. And the service is really top quality. And you just told me about this big problem you have right now, right? So let me ask you, how much it's costing you to not solve this problem, to wait longer, to wait, let's say, for next few months or years without actually solving this problem? So that's something you can have. You can see that I started with agreement, right? I always agree when it comes to any objections my potential clients have. Agree and then go into handling that objection later on. Step number 5, follow up. Make sure to follow up with your prospects. Make sure to showing up. Don't quit, because if you truly believe in your product, in your service, and you know with 100% certainty that your product or service can change your prospect life, you need to do whatever it takes to sell it to them. I talk about it a lot. It's your moral obligation. So you want to go, you want to show up, you want to push hard and follow up and do whatever it takes. So call them, send them an email, send them text message, right? Send them a message on Messenger if you are connected in this way, right? Do whatever it takes to show up, to follow up, and ask questions like what hesitation you have about getting started or something like that. Get them to make a decision. There is no maybe on the sales call, right? There is no maybe. There is always yes or no. Yes or no. Is it yes? You want to join, you want to buy, or is it no, you don't want to join? Don't let your prospects tell you just maybe. So now you know my top 5 tips on how to become the best salesperson possible in this year. And I really mean it. These tips are really what I learned after selling a lot of high-ticket stuff through the phone, prices ranging from $3,000 to $20,000. So I know what I'm talking about. And really the most important tip that or the biggest takeaway for you on how to actually get started with this, especially if you are starting out right now, right? You want to really get your mindset about sales right. I was talking about it in the beginning. You want to know, you want to believe in your ability to learn sales and to become freaking master in sales, right? It's possible, anyone can do it. So make sure to master it, make sure to follow these 5 steps, and you will definitely be able to increase your sales and make more money. And if you like this video, make sure to hit that like button below. Make sure to share it with your friends so more people get actually value from this. And hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you want to learn more about how to market and sell your products online, make sure to click on the next video here where I will provide more and more value to you. See you in the next video. Bye bye.